Hello, and welcome everyone to my presentation on the future of energy. This presentation will cover where are we now, where we are going, and what we need to do with our energy systems to develop a sustainable future. Starting off, I would like to talk about where we are now. This question asks us where society is as a whole when it comes to sustainable energy, and namely, I want to discuss what our current grid looks like and what technology we are currently using to supply our electricity. Currently, natural gas and coal are providing just over 60% of the world's electricity. This is a major issue when considering that natural gas and coal are both fossil fuels. This means that they emit carbon dioxide, sulfuric oxides, nitrous oxides, and other harmful effluents into the environment. These all affect climate change through warming, acid rain, and damage to wildlife. You might be asking yourself now, why? Why are so many fossil fuels still being used? And the answer is quite simple, that nothing else quite does the trick for peaking like natural gas. Coal is used for base load instead of nuclear, mostly because of either fears surrounding the waste or fears surrounding the massive price tag associated with nuclear. But natural gas, on the other hand, is one of the only electricity sources capable of ramping fast enough to meet peak demand. So now we see the pickle we have put ourselves in. We have propped up our societies on the backbone of fossil fuels. And now we need to decarbonize the energy sector in order to both save our planet and our future. The main problem is that the question of where to next is a little blurry, and unfortunately, there is no clear answer. There is still much research and development that needs to go into this question, but it is a question of utmost importance. Wind and solar. Why not? This is the question, right? We have heard about these as future renewable techs for as long as I can remember. Unfortunately, the little talked about reality of these technologies is quite frankly no sun, no energy, no wind, no energy. There's no nice way around it. The only bright spot is that these technologies have is that, yes, they are truly incredibly green. Their functionality, however, is limited. In order to increase the usability of these technologies, more leaps must be made in energy storage. Nuclear, as a current technology, makes a fantastic baseload for our grid. The main problem right now is the lack of peaking and waste as well that comes from these plants. There's a lot of R&D currently going into the intermittent nuclear peaking, which would be a fantastic way to capture the benefits of nuclear, which is very limited emissions, in a peaking plant. There still, of course, is that pesky waste though. There are lots of ideas from burying it in capsules to throwing capsules into deep wells, none, however, that are completely harmless to the environment. If anyone has an idea in the audience, I'm sure it would make you rich really quick. Lastly, fuel cells. These are a great area of research and development as well. Their main advantage is that they do not require direct combustion, and many fuel cells themselves are incredibly clean, like the hydrogen cell pictured here. The main issue with the hydrogen cell is that a lot of the upstream processing uses a lot of carbon dioxide. Other fuels, such as the solid oxide fuel cell, present opportunities for carbon dioxide separation and sequestration, which is nice. In closing, it is evident that there are still big strides to be made to make a sustainable future in energy, and I hope that you feel motivated to be a part of the change. Thanks a bunch, and I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk.